Believe you'll see it all comes together. My dream, I bleed, I'll give the better part of me. Be free, break free, release, destroy the enemy. Just breathe. Fight for the power. Stand your ground, don't let it go. Fight for the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day. Fight for the power. I get the one.
Pushes it in.
Oh, he's got another one! He's got another one!
Oh, wow!
As that ball bounces across the middle, he is onside.
Strong last 4 minutes of the first half. Pause.
Let's go. Hey, when we get the ball back, punish them.
Now place your bets, I'm feeling. Your choice, your fall, your prison. Make no mistake, I'm your friend. Made from the 12,000 giants. I live a little danger. I know.
In traffic with the and one. Going right, passing left. There's a touchdown pass to Strickland.
Raise your flag or even the score. Take your shot, ready for more. Surrender, there is no other choice. Set my soul free now. Light it up on fire. Bet on me, I got you. Pick a number.
Bassel with a block downfield. Breaks the tackle. Stiff arm.
Hope wins! An unbelievable comeback by the Dutch.
He turns that charm off. 1 second. One and
I get the Hey, if I do it, then I'm doing it to death. Oh, yeah. I'm influencing the ones that do it best. Oh, yeah. Started moving with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh, yeah. I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. They want money, power, respect. I want more, I wanna be blessed. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bringing the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, you know I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, hey, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory. For the real, I know how they used to feel. Now I'm here up in the field, making these moves, making these deals. I made something out of nothing. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Little rough around the edges, still I made it though. Still I just been laying low. Man, I just just feel grateful though. I know where I come from and I ain't alone. Yeah, and I feel so blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. And I'm with the day unos. They don't ride to the death. We got the legacy. We got the hope when we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. The glory. The glory. You know I do it for the glory. The glory. When I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory.
Don't get me started, I'm pleading. If this is a race, can't none of y'all beat me. Boy, I'm so good, it feel like I'm cheating. The well of the storm, I feel like it's season. This type of drive could push Lamborghinis. So get yourself signed and have your own sneaker. I'm in the band, I'm pushing the meter. A legend like John for everyday people. I got the heart of a champion. I got the blood of a winner. I don't know how to be stagnant. I got way too much ambition. I keep on beating statistics. How would I be denied? My only option is winning. I'm crossing the finish line. I am the greatest. Nothing can stop me now. The time has come for me to take my crown. I am a champion. No one can slow me down. The world is mine. Once I cross the finish line, I'm number one. I put myself in a place where nothing can top me. I feel like I'm space. It's bigger than profit, but still I get paid. My thinking colossal, not minimum wage. Talk to the loss like I know the way. Stay on my job like who need a break? It wasn't possible. I heard them say, but I'm like MacGyver to all my mistakes. Run it back home, now look at the bases. Been winning so long, I feel like a native. I got what you want, but you cannot take it. I do what you don't, cause I'm more creative. I put me on, no help for your favors. I'm breaking the mold to show you the flavors. I got control, you can't enable. I'm using my flaws to make me the greatest. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah, I'm number one. 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 Yeah, I'm number one. I'm number one. I am the greatest. Nothing can stop me now. The time has come for me to take my crown. I am a champion. No one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah, I'm number one. Cross the finish line. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah, I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one.
Believe you'll see it all comes together. My dream, I bleed, I'll give the better part of me. Be free, break free, release, destroy the enemy. Just breathe. Fight for the power. Stand your ground, don't let it go. Fight for the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day.
DeVos Fieldhouse, the scene on this Saturday afternoon as we get set for non-conference basketball. Glad to have you along. It's just the second home game of the year, and a dandy one as I am met with Matt Wayner. I'm Mike Coleman, and Matt Wayner, Wisconsin-Platteville out of the WIAC, a great conference. We'll get to that in just a little bit. They come in at 6-2. They've won 3 straight, but they take on a Hope team that's 4-2. They've had a steady diet of road games, have the Flying Dutchman, but they've won 3 straight, and including the start from that buzzer beater here at Wheaton in the only home game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Mike, glad to be here, and it's been a really fun season so far for this 4-2 Hope team. And yeah, Mike, like you said, had the pleasure of being able to call that buzzer beater. One of my first I've been able to have as well with Casey Rutledge, your longtime partner.
That's right.
What a blast that was. And for this Hope team, I mean, we're looking at a team that's still kind of figuring out, you know, Howell's been on the bench a little bit. He's starting to come in. Avery Sanchez is going to be in that starting lineup for them, the freshman from California. A team that, you know, you and I have said they've done a good job rebounding. They've done a good job getting the ball into Werman's hands and Hovey's hands, but I mean, they only shoot the ball 26% from 3, and I'm afraid for how that's going to show itself here today.
Well, it's always been a source of contention, for lack of a better word, the non-effectiveness of the long ball for them, but they also don't shoot a lot of 3s. We'll get into the numbers a bit, so they've had to adjust, but youth has been served for this Hope team. They're going to start 2 freshmen and a sophomore along with Warman and the junior Hovey this game.
Yeah, I mean, those 2 are really the straw that stir the drink. They play 30 minutes a game, and then Cargill now 26 points a game, 26 minutes a game. Those are 3 guys that really are the anchors for this team, and outside of that, you got 5-6 guys at 17 to 20 minutes a game that are kind of trying to fill those gaps. So I think there's still room for somebody else to come in and make a little bit more of an impact. You know, Hovey leads them in rebounding with 8 a game. Lauk adds in 5, but I think they still got some room for somebody like Orion Yant to start to work his way into the lineup a little bit more, and hopefully Howell can get even healthier and have a chance to play more.
And they get a tough task against a Platteville team that started 18th in the nation starting in, but they've lost 2, but they got some rebuilding, but they lost an All-American last year, Player of the Year, in Logan Pearson.
Oh yeah, I was just talking to some fans about Logan Pearson as well, reminiscing on the times that he's been out here. 27 here on this court 2 years ago. Last year he put in 15, 2-time All-American. I could talk about him for hours.
Well, Hope's trying to win against Platteville here at DeVos since the first time since 2018. It's been a tough slog. Greg Mitchell, 3-5 all-time against Platteville. Here's our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Our nation's anthem on this Saturday afternoon. Snowy, cold outside, pretty nice inside. One of the iconic field houses in all of basketball, if not D3. As Hope is going to meet Platteville, Matt, for the 8th straight season. It's been a steady diet in that non-conference schedule ever since Greg Mitchell took over, now in his 11th season for Hope.
Yeah, this Platteville team. Hope has their win from a couple of years ago, 2022. Most of those Logan Pearson years, they weren't able to get away with victory. Last time on this court was in December of 2018. 2018. So Hope trying to avenge that. And Platteville, a team, I mean, like we were talking about with Pearson, like they're a team that year after year, they're one of the best conferences in Division III basketball. In the WIAC, you got last year, they were 26-3, and they were a team that lost in the round of 32. But a team that, I mean, in one of the better conferences, lacrosse is a team that I see them really being able to dominate throughout this year as they return pretty much all their seniors on that lacrosse team.
Yeah, lacrosse favored third in the nation. They're ranked third in the nation. Platteville favored second in the preseason polls. Hope favored third in the MIAA. We'll get to the Calvins and the Trines in just a bit. But a pivotal game for a Hope team, Matthew, that has had a really pretty competitive non-conference schedule so far.
Oh yeah, I mean, some of these games, I mean, for Hope to win that game against Wheaton was massive for them to be 4-2 instead of 3-3, a game they were able to win by buzzer beater. And I mean, in this non-conference, I know they got that postponed game where they'll get to see North Central for one. They got challenged by Ohio Wesleyan, of course, but a team that, you know, you need that non-conference. I've heard it from Coach Mitchell's mouth time and again. To get into the tournament, if you're an MIAA team, you win the conference tournament.
Yeah, and that's absolutely true, and that's the way Hope's had to do it. Well, taking a look at Platteville as they come in, this is their second straight road game, coming off a win against Carthage, and they will start Bristol Lewis, the junior out of East Moline, Illinois, in the backcourt. Aiden Wizerak, the senior out of Huntley, Illinois. Lucas Ramaker, the junior out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. St. Mary's Springs Academy, my mom's old alma mater, who's from Wisconsin. Max Love, the senior out of St. Charles, Illinois, and Joey Furman, the 6'8" senior out of Waunakee, Wisconsin. 3 seniors and 2 juniors, so a very experienced 5 for Platteville.
So, Mike, this afternoon you're going to have to take us through our Wisconsin geography trivia. I always take the Indiana teams. You got all the Wisconsin teams, so you're going to have to take me around all those Great Lakes.
You got it. Well, Platteville's kind of tucked into that southwest corner, close to Dubuque, Iowa, and it's in the Driftless area. It's a great spot. We've had a chance to go broadcast a couple games there, but that's a deal, Matthew. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Hope. They're going to start 2 freshmen, a sophomore and a junior and a senior. The 2 freshmen, Brendan Cargill, the fine freshman out of Forest Hill Central, in the backcourt, and Avery Sanchez, the freshman out of Turlock, California, the all-time leading scorer in his high school. John H. Pittman, Marcus Warman, the 5'11" senior, as a 3-guard rotation. Parker Hovey, the junior out of Hart High School, and Kyle Block, the sophomore, the big man out of Boulder, Colorado, at 6'7", as Hope wins the tip in their home whites. We're just underway. Hovey bangs one home, and he's fouled. He's going to the line for a chance in an old school one.
A steady diet of Parker Hovey. That's been a big way that they're able to find success here early and often, and he's a guy that, I mean, he loves to get to the basket. He's not afraid of really anything.
No, he's a big contact guy, and the free throw is off the mark. And rebounded by Wizerak. Full court pressure being applied. We've got a lot of orange and blue as Platteville in their road orange with the blue trim. Just underway. Glad to have you in the 11th meeting all time. Greg Mitchell 3-5 all time against Platteville, and Greg Mitchell, the head coach for Hope, celebrated his 200th career victory against Anderson in the first game of the year. Shot clock at 4, driving, Love, double clutch, finger roll, and falls. And Matt, we looked at Max Love's numbers, not great numbers in his career against Hope.
Oh, he hasn't done a ton of damage, but I look at that possession. You got to kind of consider it a bailout bucket there for Love to get that done when, I mean, Hope got him all the way down to the end of the shot clock. Really good defensive possession.
Lob inside, trying to feed Furman, intercepted by Hovey. Referees are letting these 2 teams play as Sanchez working near baseline. Kick out topside to Cargill. Lehner, left hand, and counted by the freshman Cargill.
Love what Cargill wants to do offensively. He shot the ball pretty well from 3, too. 37.5% from 3. A big way that they're going to score buckets today and really any day.
Now, he started out 29 points against Anderson, a career high. Kyle Block at 27. Two newbies. What a way to start a season. Inside to Furman, camping out in the lane. Bank shots home. Nice kiss off the window by the big man. 4-4 our score. Furman, one of the returning starters. They've got 2 all-WIAC Returnees Furman and Max Love for Jeff Gard in his 17th season. 3 ball on the way, too strong. Running rebound by Wizerak. Matthew, you talked about the prowess of the WIAC conference, perennial.
Really good if it's Oshkosh, if it's La Crosse, if it's Platteville, if it's Whitewater. I mean, these are premier basketball programs that have been so successful. And, you know, this year, like we said, La Crosse being number 3 in the country, and Platteville really, you would expect them to be a top 25 team when it's all said and done.
I think so, and they've got 2 national championships in their history. One against Hope College way back in 1998, the first time they played. Furman inside, good battle of the bigs. Kick out, 3 ball on the way, too strong. Both teams trying to find their rhythm so far from the long ball. It has not been there.
And I like the way that Hope is answering defensively. A lot of on-ball pressure. They're kind of forcing Platteville to dribble their way through it. And, you know, they just, to be frank with you, they just don't have that creator in Pearson the way it was before. Nice move by Hovey.
Hovey did everything but hit the shot. Step back, put Love on his backside. Yeah, Pearson was really the straw that served the drink as Sanchez coming off a hot screen, and Bristol Lewis knocks down. He had big baskets last year in the second half in the victory at Platteville. He is not short of confidence, is Bristol Lewis.
No, that's a great shot. He's one that's really going to have to shoot it well. I mean, he's about 14 a game here for Platteville, and they're going to need him to be somewhere in that 14 to 20 range to win this one.
Hovey slashing the step back. Nice move on the turnaround, trying to penetrate that man.
You and I were talking when we got together this morning to talk before the game about Pearson. Turn on the TV. I see him on TV on the sidelines for Penn State.
That's right.
Against Michigan State just now.
Well, we first thought he was a graduate player playing for Penn State, but he decided to go in the coaching realm, and I miss him, but I don't. You love watching good players, but he sure was a wrecking ball. For the Flying Dutchman, Brady Miller would check in, the sophomore out of Forest Hill Central. So you got 2 Rangers, ex-Rangers on this Hope roster. And who else is in? Orion Yant will check in as well. The sophomore out of Zeeland West, just down the road. Love gets a breather. And checking in is number 33, Miles Hedinger. How about bringing a 6'7" center off the bench out of Stewartsville, Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's not a bad asset to have, especially, I mean, Furman, the all-conference player there, but to see him start to get his feet wet and get comfortable, as you can see the future plan with how big and strong and demanding he looks.
Absolutely. He'll give you 8 points off the bench as well. Streaking Miller. Checks out Hovey. Wraparound pass downside. And good tip away by Caden McKenzie, who just checked in, this freshman out of Waunakee. And that's going the other way. We got a timeout on the court. 15:46 left. Not much scoring. 7-4 our score. Matt and I will take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching and listening to the Anchor Network.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Looking at the early numbers with Matt Wayner on Mike Coleman. 3 of 6 shooting for Platteville. They've hit the only 3-pointer of the game, and Hope trying to find their way 2 of 6 in the early going.
And you saw that defensive possession on the last one. That was Orion Yant getting that out of bounds. He's one that we didn't think much about in the offseason. I was in Coach Mitchell's office a month or so ago, and he said, you want to watch out for Yant. I said, why is that? And he goes, his motor is endless.
He's a great football player in his days at Zeeland West. And Yant gives you that 6'6" frame, the physicality too, Matt. Seems like Hope has a lot of cookie cutter 6'5", 6'6" frames on this roster this year.
Yeah, it's a lot of those same models, somewhere between Howell, Blount, Yant, a lot very similar. The good news, very athletic. The bad news, you want some more height, and there's Yant throwing it down.
On cue, Yant with a throwdown after a really nice takeaway defensively by Brady Miller on the other end, and that breaks the 2-minute drought for Hope. 7-6. Pioneers averaging 73 a game. They give up 71. Hope averages 71, and they give up 71. Lewis in traffic. Good feed inside, and Hedinger lost the pill. Break for the Dutchman.
Getting those starters back in here now. Furman comes back.
Max Lucy in the game as well, the junior out of Cuyler, Wisconsin, Cuba City, Wisconsin, a real hotbed of basketball.
I was heard you were on a break. Max Lucy's mom came down and talked to me for a little bit.
Is that right?
She was like, hey, this is our first time out here. Only hear good things about Holland, Michigan, so can't wait to be here.
Oh, that's awesome. That really is. I'm always pretty excited when folks see the field house for the first time. Turnaround Cargill can't get the friendly bounce, and the rebound upstrung by Furman. Furman will give you 7.5 rebounds a game. A WIAC honorable mention last year. Of course, Logan Pearson and Brady Olson, Ben Probst, part of that 26-3 team last year. Want to welcome the Platteville fans checking in on the anchor at work. Good defense. Warman comes up with a pick. Trailing. Cargill, step back. 3-ball, bingo!
That's what he does best, Mike. In transition, took one dribble, set up. That's a really nice shot.
And the freshman makes it a 5-point run for the Flying Dutchman. 14-15 left. Double clutch, Love can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Weak side rebound on the backside. Joey Furman, Johnny on the spot. Got to keep this team off the boards. An offensive rebounding team to the tune of 13 a game. That's good numbers. Step back, Warman for 3. Boy, you heard the swish of the net, and Warman connects on his first delivery.
Nice shot by Warman. He's starting to get going here. And man, I mean, you were the one that said 10 points is what he's averaging his last 2 games against Platteville. Hasn't been super efficient, but they're going to look to get him going because every ounce of success Hope has had so far this year has been with Marcus starting things.
That is absolutely true. Kick out, 3-ball on the way, rims out. Foul on the offensive rebound. I don't know if it's going to be on Cargill or Yant, but that's another opportunity, Matt Wayner, where Platteville had good positioning for an offensive board.
We talked about some of those Forest Hills guys. That pipeline has been strong with the George family. Fantastic job that they've done as coaches here on this coaching staff, as well as Jordan George, who I've called games with here, head coach over at Forest Hills Central as well.
Yeah, the George coaching tree for sure. Substitutions for Hope. We'll get to those as soon as we can. Sanchez back in the game. Jared Rigg in the game as well, the sophomore out of Arlington Heights, Illinois. Covey back in. We got a foul in the backcourt.
Really good D there. I love that by Rigg. And he wanted the arm bar too for offensive, but when he was pickpocketing, I think he just got his right hand on the backside.
Yeah, tough break for sure. Looking at the foul situation, 3 for Hope, 1 for Platteville, approaching the 7-minute mark of this game. Hope, like we talked about, just 27% shooting on the year from 3. There's another foul down low away from the basketball. Simon Newhouse in the sophomore out of Forest Hills, excuse me, out of East Grand Rapids, the junior, excuse me, Newhouse.
Interesting lineup I see here, Mike, by Hope. I mean, you got Sanchez, Rigg, Blau, Hovey, and Newhouse. Wondering where the offense is coming from besides Hovey here. But really good defensively, especially on ball, is what I like about this. But you wonder if they're just trying to get through a few minutes and try to get under 10 before bringing back some of their scoring.
I think so. This is a pretty good defensive unit, but Max, check that. That is Max Love, the senior 4-year starter. Feels like he's been around about 8 years, Matt.
Just always feels like he's on the court, too. He plays 30 minutes a game.
Sanchez off a high screen from Block. Right post. Over to Newhouse. Yes, more of a defensive 5 than scoring. Sanchez with 5 to shoot. He'll launch a 3-ball left wing. And Hovey goes down hard as he makes contact with Furman. They're going to call that on Platteville on the push-up. They're going to call that on Lucy away from the basketball. Boy, Parker Hovey lives on that hardwood, doesn't he?
I feel like I've seen him more on the hardwood than I have seen him standing up some games. He is so tough.
He has just got a bulldog tenacity. Plenty of shot clock, powering inside, block with the spin move, has it tipped away. Good defense by Hettinger. 2 bigs in the game for Platteville at the 12:26 mark, Furman and Hettinger. Little different look. Furman now comes out left arc. We're going to get Lewis and Wizerak back in at the earliest convenience. Love sells the 3 fake. Working mid-post kick out as he's triple team. Hettinger, a rare 3 ball. Good look, no go. Rebound Sanchez up strong. Oh, trying to take the lead. Not much offense early on. Tough shooting. Both teams shooting 45%. Sanchez, he's a good-looking freshman, Matt. He looks very poised.
Yeah, he's confident and comfortable. You can see why he's playing 20 minutes a game for Hope. You know, the way that he's able to score, and that's a bad turnover there by Hope back in Platteville's hands. But you can see the way that Sanchez he plays like a senior. He's so comfortable. He's comfortable with the basketball. He's comfortable off ball. I like to see the way that he's going to get bigger and better.
Well, let's keep it right here. And one thing that we want to talk about is we're trying to play catch up with all this. You know, we've got a lot of new faces this year, and we had a lot of turnover from Hope's team last year that finished runner-up in the conference tournament against Calvin. But guys like Avery Sanchez, let's talk about him a second. He's a freshman, leading scorer in his high school, but he played AAU ball. He's very familiar with that upper level from high school experience.
Right, he's played at a high level, and here at Hope, I mean, you know, it's Division III basketball. This is competitive basketball. You talk about it at any level. I was watching an interview with Dusty May just a couple weeks ago, and he was like, Division III basketball is really good basketball. Maybe doesn't have the size, maybe doesn't have the athleticism of Division I, but you can never discredit there's some really good basketball players. When you and I were looking back at Pearson's stats, I mean, Pearson was 50% from the field, 38% from 3, 85% free throw shooter. I mean, that's a tremendous Division III stat line to have for a 2-time All-American.
And he was a type of player that you thought could play a Division I program. Right. But you know, he made a great mark at Platteville, and Platteville has always had just a great legacy of great teams. And when you can defeat a team like Platteville, you have done something in the course of your season. It's a high watermark victory. Full court pressure now by Hope.
And when we come full circle to Sanchez, I mean, you can see he's not looking to score in really this way of, you know, driving every single play. He likes to create offense.
Yes, he does.
When you have a creator, you know, that opens things up for the whole team.
Love, corner pocket, you bet.
You jinxed it. You jinxed it. You said Love, man, historically not been great, and he is on fire. He's got 8.
Well, you knew that was going to happen for sure. And Love, 13.5 and 5.5 rebounds. He's got 8 of Platteville's 15, and Hope trying to respond. Werman topside misses it. Rebound weak side by Furman. Sanchez trying to create havoc. We're at the 11-minute mark. Hope, too, had to really change your identity getting away from 4 years of Gabe Quillen, like you talked about, Matt. Having a big man at 6'9" was a rarity. Maybe a team that pushes the pace a little bit faster than they did the last few years.
Yeah, Coach Mitchell's talked about that. When they have an opportunity, like right now in transition, they're not going to set up. They're just going to go. They're going to see if they can get a bucket in the first 10 seconds. If they can't, then they'll set something up. And that's something that's kind of changed on the nice move by Sanchez.
Yeah, short-armed it a little bit, tried to get the high window bite, and Hope has gone a little cold. Love inside finger roll. Well, Love making his mark. He's in double figures, and a nice run by Platteville. Newhouse. Block on the high side. Werman triple team trying to create some space. Goes up to hit finger roll. Nice move by the senior. Bangs one out the window.
Yeah, that's just I'm faster than the defender. I'm going to get by you. And that's something we've seen in his bag since he was a freshman.
And I think that's really his bread and butter, Matt, is the fact is slashing. He's a great free throw shooter, just trying to fight his way into the key. There's a defensive lapse. Furman got underneath and able to convert for an easy basket.
A lot of point paint so far here for Platteville. Love to see what Coach Mitchell and his staff wants to do to prevent that. I mean, it's threes and it's down low, and if you're going to get beat like that, it's going to be hard to stay in it.
10-4 run by Platteville. That'll stay in Hope's end. So good defense by Love as he tipped it away from Hovey. All sorts of substitutions. Let's get you Platteville first. McKenzie back in the game, as well as Max Lucy. Looks like Lewis is back in the game. And for the Flying Dutchman, Brendan Cargill and Ryan Yant, Brady Miller back in. You got two ex-Forest Hills Central Rangers in the game right now, Matt Wayner. Cargill, the Ranger, 3-ball. Misses the mark. Hovey tries to save. It's going to go by way of the Pioneers.
It's that pipeline that we've talked about. And Miller's somebody that's still kind of trying to find his role on this team this year. Last year he would come off the bench, occasionally pour a bucket or two. But this year he's kind of found himself in that guard rotation without a whole lot of consistency.
That is absolutely true. He had a high of 24 last year with Marcus Worman out on the road against Wittenberg. But Avery Sanchez has gobbled up a lot of minutes.
That's great by Marcus right there.
Yep, sure is. Miller on the run. Transition basket. Looking to run, and complimentary basketball. Defense helps the offense.
Really good by Marcus. That's just beating his guy, able to get a hand in there, and Miller responds going right to the bucket.
High post, Hettinger, 8:34 mark. Yant trying to get in his grill. ISO. Tip out. We got a travel call. Good defense by Ryan Yant. And using that physicality and that ability to disrupt Hettinger to create the turnover.
Really good. He was kind of just baiting him to go to the bucket. Kind of knew that he could stay strong, knew that he could stay with him, and he was just daring him to try to get that bucket. Plays into his advantage.
Hope trying to claw their way back in. Platteville shooting 50%. 3 of 9 from 3-ball for Platteville. Not normally a big volume 3-point shooting team. As a reach-in foul on Wizrak. And Hovey sharing a little smile there at the moment. Jeff Gard pacing the sideline for Platteville. His brother Greg has been a longtime coach at the University of Wisconsin. Talk about a coach pipeline.
Right. And you said they got a chance to play each other earlier this year, right?
They did. Wisconsin hosted Platteville, and it was a very tight game. 11 or 12 points in that exhibition as Hovey connects for his second basket.
This right here, Mike, this is what Hope has done. They've done this all year. They start to get down. You think the other team's going to pull away. They manage to just cut leads. They manage to time and again. Something I love. And look at that, a defensive steal.
Yeah, filling a lane. Brady Miller tipped that one away. And you saw that in the Wheaton game, Matt. Hope was down by 12 with 5 minutes to go, and they come back with a buzzer beater. Hovey with a muscle, no, but he's going to earn it at the free throw line.
And you can say that it's just toughness, but it's more than that. I mean, it's a belief. It's a belief that no matter the lead, I mean, we are going to make this a way to be sloppy. The sloppiness kind of favors Hope in most games. If they can take a team that does shoot a little bit more efficiently than them, they want to keep them kind of at bay as long as they can.
We'll take a quick timeout, man, and I'll be right back. 19-17, a 6-point run by Hope. 7:45 left in the first half.
Cancer, we're coming for you. Parkinson's, your days are numbered. Alzheimer's, we're zeroed in on you too. Because at Van Andel Institute, the world's best minds are working relentlessly to eradicate these diseases forever. By advancing the boldest innovations, achieving breakthroughs, and transforming lives. Because the most powerful way to fight diseases, never stop fighting. Van Andel Institute, innovation unleashed.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Well, Platteville not the only Wisconsin team out of the WIAC maneuvering around the state of Michigan today. Olivet hosted Wisconsin-Stevens Point and the Pointers. We've covered a few games against Hope back in the day, and Pointers came away with a nice road victory.
I like that Olivet roster, though. They returned all those guys, Richardson and
who was that?
That guy from Coopersville. Remember Cooper?
Kretschmann.
Kretschmann. Porter Kretschmann and the big from
and
Zealand.
Connor Skipper. Yes.
Skipper, yeah. I just like that core. I like their coach, and I like what they're trying to build.
Sam Hargraves, a longtime coach for Alma, and now taking his talents the last few years with Olivet. Olivet will be a fly in the ointment for a lot of teams this year in the MIAA. By the way, Illinois Tech hosting Kalamazoo today. Adrian at Dominican University in Illinois this afternoon. It's part of the MIAA games.
Yeah,
that's going the other way.
That looked like Wizerack. I don't know if you saw. He just kind of picked up his right foot too early. Did a little bit of a hop, skip, and jump before put the ball on the floor.
You can do that. You just can't take too many hop, skips, and jumps.
Oh, are you taking that out of LeBron's book?
Exactly. Well, the five-step no travel call. How about an 8-point run by the Flying Dutchman?
Jeez.
Make it a 10-point run. Hovey wheels baseline.
I don't know if you can see just how strong of a take that is. For those of you at home, I mean, he went right through him.
Nice run by the Flying Dutchman, hitting a few shots. Points in the paint has been to Hope's advantage in the first half. Baseline kickoff, almost stolen by Miller. 6 to shoot. Wizerack has to turn one around, misses it badly. Yank goes up strong for the yank down. Points in the paint. Hope leads 14 to 10 in that department. And hitting the deck is Yant, and he'll go to the line for an old school three.
What an athletic play by Ryan Yant. That was awesome. Way he's able to control his body. Don't know if we can see that replay there, but see it right here.
You know, Yant, not a lot of time last year, and the sophomore taking him a few games to get into the field, but he went up strong, knew he was going to take contact. That's the next football player right there for you.
Off balance, able to keep control of his body, can't complete the three-point play, but I mean, Mike, I'd like to see Platteville set something up here and move the ball a little bit more. I'm looking at this Platteville team. They appear like a team without a rudder. They look like a team without a point guard right now. I mean, Love's filled it up. Lewis hit that three, but other than those guys, I just don't see what their plan is.
You know, they don't really have a true point guard this year, per se, to your point. And Lewis is more of a two-guard and off-guard, and Love is like a small forward. But a nice feed inside the Hettinger.
They got all these nice pieces, you know. I mean, you got Lewis, you got Love, and you got Furman. And you got these guys that look like they're going to be enough to put the ball in the bucket every possession. It just feels disconnected in here.
Spin move, no, but called on the block as a nice move baseline and a chance to go to the line. Yes, Caden McKenzie, a freshman guard out of Waunakee, Wisconsin, just a freshman. And maybe he's the type of guy that will foot the bill, but he's been camping out on the baseline pretty much the whole game.
See that replay there, just kind of off balance, throws it up. Mike, what can you give me on Waunakee, Wisconsin?
That's a great question. I don't have much on Waunakee.
No.
That one slipped under the radar, but...
You don't know who scored the most points in Waunakee high school history?
I know. Matt Weiner has a photographic memory. When we talk about Indiana sports, it's not fair. His mushroom is a total different animal between his ears and mine.
Oh, you don't want to hear about Jordan Hull's junior season at Bloomington High School?
I would, at just time would not allow. It'll be inbounded by Hope. Charles Howell getting some action. We saw some good stuff for him last year. And started the first few games, now coming off the bench, the sophomore out of Cadillac. He's another physical player, Matt, built in that Orion Yant mold.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, a lot of these very athletic, physical 6'6", 6'7" guys that are missing the height of Gabe Quillen. I will say that. They're able to make it work. They're moving the ball up the court a little bit more. You can see that with the way that Ken George is kind of designing a lot of offense for them with Coach Mitchell, the way that they're trying to move that ball up to half court a little bit quicker. But I can tell they're just missing that rebounding quality of Quillen, who was consistently 16 and 11.
And you rely on that big man. And speaking of relying, how about the high screen? And Brendan Cargill takes it to the good rack, and the quick release off the window. That's hours in the gym right there.
That's right. I mean, you can see from a freshman that is really confident in his offensive skill set.
14-2 run for the Flying Dutchman, now shooting 55%. They have not used the three-point ball, just 1 of 6. Deep 3 ball, and stifling that run is Bristol Lewis. We saw a whole lot of that the last couple of years. The junior connects, makes it a 1-point Hope lead.
Platteville just 2 of 7 from 3. Wow, Howell. How about that athleticism?
The old give and go. The most open man is the one who just released the basketball, and Howell takes it aggressively. Hope getting some good looks in the blue paint. They lead by 3. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the first half. Wizerak top screen, trying to feed down to Furman mid-post. Howell on him. Inside look, cross court, good look by Hedinger, missed it. And Miller rips down the carom. Hope shooting 43% this year. Always been a good rebounding team under 11th year head coach Greg Mitchell. Warman lost a handle as Hope coughs it up.
Hope kind of moving to a high ball screen offense these last few possessions, it looked like.
And it has worked in this run, that's for sure. That's a good foul by Charles Howell.
I'm guessing it's just what they want to do is exploit Furman and Hedinger's ability to move laterally. It looks like what they want to do. So if they can create a cut or they can create a jab, and that might be able to create some sort of lane for them to drive off of, because it looks like Blauk's able to beat Hedinger off the dribble a little bit, and Werman's just using that advantage to get to the bucket.
I agree, Blauk with a little more speed, and I think defensively, your point too, Matt, if you can keep Furman or Hedinger out 2 feet farther than they want, they've got a short window of their successful field goal range.
Hey, here's an interesting 5. How about it? You got Hovey playing the 4, Blauk at the 5, and then Sanchez, Rigg, and Cargill.
Yeah, Rigg, the sophomore, Cargill, the freshman. Had a chance to talk with Jared's parents on a couple occasions, mostly on the road in his freshman campaign for Hope last year. Here's Cargill. Boy, he was a heralded freshman coming into this Hope unit, and he drives off the high ball and lays it in for an easy basket. For Cargill, he's got 9 points already. 4 of 7 from the field. 4 minutes to play. Lewis, stutter step dribble. Scoop shot, nice play, using that finger roll and spins it out the window.
That's gonna help Platteville a lot if he starts getting going downhill. Because you got guys that want to shoot, and Hovey and 1.
Hovey in the land of the Giants.
Wow.
Boy, he got wailed on from both sides. Time it on the court.
Hovey craves contact. Look at this.
He must have played football in high school. I can't get verification on that. Wouldn't be surprised to have him in Peter Sturzman's roster next year.
No, is Sturzman out here recruiting so far?
I don't know, but he doesn't have to look too far. By the way, congratulations to the Hope College football team. They lost in the first round of the playoffs to Wisconsin lacrosse. It was a great effort at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium, but another fine season for Sturzman and company.
Yeah, you had a chance to be with that team a little bit more than me and see them. I mean, a great job. They have been fantastic. I can't say enough about the way Peter Sturzman's done just a fantastic job with that program, and just the way that he's able to be a strong leader and somebody that's able to lead that. I said to you before the broadcast, I said, does Michigan give him a call?
Well, yeah, that's a conversation for another time. I think Peter is quite comfortable, but it wouldn't surprise me at all that Sturz would go to a D1 program and make a mark. He's always developed great culture, and he does it the right way wherever he has been. Now, Matt Wayner, for folks who don't know, the voice of Hope College women's basketball, and the women are on the road today, 50 miles away in Kalamazoo. It looks like the Flying Dutch are taking care of business against the Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a strong start, obviously headed up by the two-headed monster, the Richards twins, Anna and Leah, and this Hope team. I mean, at 7-1, about to be 8-1 here after that win against Kalamazoo, and I mean, they're a team that they know who they are, and I think heading into MIAA play, they're going to dominate.
Calvin looking good this year. Hope comes in. The women number 9th in the nation is Parker Hovey, a much improved free throw shooter since his freshman campaign. Gives Hope their biggest lead at 32-26. Hope shooting 61% in this game.
That first minutes in the game, looks like Neil I'm in there now, the junior from Maple City.
I live up in Empire in the off season, west of Traverse City, and my wife and I were out gallivanting around one of the small towns, Glen Arbor up there, and my wife Tamara said, you know, there's a lot of young men with some Hope jerseys on. We'll come to find out it was a team bonding session as that free throw missed. The Hope players were playing miniature golf in Glen Arbor, staying at Neil Imey's house.
That was the same weekend I saw him over at
that's right.
Where was that? The Cherry Republic, downtown Glen Arbor, and I see Coach Mitchell and Justice Mims comes up, gives me a hug, and I was like, what are you guys doing here?
It surprised you, it surprised me. 6-point lead for Hope baseline. Hovey, yes! Little floater from 12 and an 8-point lead for the Dutchman. Boy, Platteville shooting 50%, but Hope has hit 13 of their last 19 shots as we approach the 3-minute mark. Hope is down 8 points in this game. Double clutch high up the window, no tip in. Nicely done by Furman. And Jeff Gard wants a timeout with 2:57 left. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back for the final 3 of the first half. Hope up by 6 on the Anchor Network.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Looking at the numbers in this one in our brief break, and one number that stands out, Matthew, is 15 points off 8 Platteville turnovers for the Flying Dutchman.
Platteville has taken care of the ball decently well this year. They only average 12 turnovers a game. You expect them to probably over that mark unless they can really make an adjustment here at halftime. But I mean, for Hope to capitalize on that, that's been the story of Hope having this 6-point lead, is when they're able to force those turnovers, get into the half court, they're just a little bit faster than Platteville to the basket.
And they're winning their battles off the dribble topside, enabling them for some good shots and some dump-offs. Hope 24 points in the paint to 14 for Platteville. Hovey goes up, he's hammered. That's going to be Hedinger with the personal foul for the Pioneers. And Hovey, boy, yeah, to make him a sandwich and just put it at the free throw line. He's been living there.
And I'll tell you, I mean, anybody who's watching right now is a former player. When you feel that kind of confidence, like, I know that I can get to the bucket and I can get to the free throw line every time I have the ball, it feels amazing.
And he's given it away 3 inches to Hedinger, but Hovey has the strength, and he's the Larry Bird of this team. He's got great court awareness. I've always thought that he does so many things well, and he just kind of reads the defense as he knocks down the first free throw. Second one is good. I love our rim cam, by the way. Thanks to everyone here on the Anchor Network today. 36-28. Hope is down 19-11 in this game. They've come racing back. As Platteville looking for some answers.
Set up in that full court press, it looks like.
Warman back in the game. Newhouse back in the game. Cargill back. And Neil Imey, the junior, the 6'6 junior, adding some height. He's working on Furman high post. Furman comes out, Imey on him. Hope a little banged up today without Justice Mims. Tucker Walker coming off a broken wrist. I got a whistle and contact. That's going to go against the Dutchman.
That's on Imey.
And Sam Carlson out today too. So a lot of bodies out for Hope. That'll be against, you said that's against Imey?
Yeah. Yeah, and they're a little bit banged up right now. Good news is they got a little bit of time. I think you and I will be back for that Glen Van Wieren Classic at the beginning of January. We'll have that midweek against North Central College, but have a little bit of a winter break to get well and get rested and be able to come back for conference play in January.
Yeah, these non-conference games really toughen you up. Hope has had the 34th hardest schedule in the nation out of 400 teams as Imey out. Furman knocks down 2. He's a 63% free throw shooter. And Avery Sanchez back in this game. Sanchez looking for his first point. Head of steam for Hovey. Got double teamed at the ball strip, maybe trying to do too much. Platteville with the numbers, driving layup, no good. Good defense by Sanchez. Hope on the run. Werman stutter step left elbow, leaves it for Newhouse. Corner pocket, Cargill for three. You betcha!
Confident.
Timeout Mitchell. Big basket for Cargill. He's in double figures in this game and home with a 9-point lead. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Check that. Here comes a replay, if we can catch that. So a timeout on the court. We'll keep it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
As darkness gives way to light, before backpacks are zipped and the first class begins, grateful hands are already at work. Every act seen and unseen is done to bring hope. Bolts tightened, lessons planned, floors mopped, cookies baked, baked and baked and baked and baked. So many cookies. But these acts are not without purpose. These are the little moments that build hope. Lawns mowed, light bulbs changed, prayers spoken, phones answered, minds challenged, kindness.
Platteville with the basketball. Hope with a 9-point lead. Hope shooting 64% in this one. Hope trying to play that tough man-to-man. 11 to shoot, streaking inside, contact, block, put back on the offensive rebound by Furman. Good defense, though, Matt, on the initial shot.
Yeah, Howell really rose up there to get that one, Mike, and just able to get their own board, get one done. But you can start to see Platteville wanting to answer the bell with some more physicality, because Hope for the last 10 minutes has just been the more physical team.
Boy, an offensive foul on Warman, a little push up with the left hand, and that will be Warman's second, so Marcus will take a seat for the remaining 86 seconds of the first half. How about 11 of their last 12 for the Flying Dutchman from the field?
Yeah, you said that 64%. I mean, huge key to their success, taking efficient shots.
Taking efficient shots. They have not relied on the three-point ball. Three ball on the way by Platteville. And that one sinks nicely by Lucy, the junior. Platteville with a 5-point run. Sanchez, top side, rims out, tipped away. New life for the Dutchman as Hope's going to get the basketball. I think Platteville bench might have a beef on that one.
Well, you can see Cargill holding his head. The ref did see him hit him in the face.
Oh, it's going to be a foul on Lewis.
Yeah, you could see it from our angle, but you couldn't see it great underneath the basket. But he got smacked in the face going for the basketball.
Hope in the double bonus. Both teams in the bonus, but I checked that. Hope at 10 fouls, Platteville at 9. So Platteville in the double bonus. Cargill at the line. The free throw was good for Brendan Cargill on the year. He's more of a perimeter player. 3 of 3 from the free throw line with that make. As Kyle Block back in. Newhouse gets a breather with 58.3 left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, Matt and I will go over the numbers, see what's happening around Division III basketball in the MIAA today. Hope women won today. That one gets a membership bounce. Well, Matt, we thought it'd be interesting. We saw a weekend where Hope took 2 in Ohio last weekend and kind of got away from the 3-ball just because they've been struggling, but they have kept with that philosophy in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Hope just 28% from 3 on the season, or 26 on the season, 28 in this game. And that's just probably not going to be their identity this year. But I like what they're doing otherwise. I mean, defensively engaged really well, and then on the offensive side, if it's high ball screens, they move in and out of different pressures, and they do a really good job of creating shots near the basket, since they're just not a great three-point shooting team outside of Cargill.
And it's good that they're not fighting that. 13 seconds left, 8 on the shot clock. Sanchez, contact in the backcourt. We're going to get a push off as McKenzie with the reach in. Freshman on freshman. And that will send Sanchez to the line to add to the 6-point Hope lead. Sanchez 3 of 5 on the year. Boy, he's had some good numbers, if not volume. 52% from the field, 6 of 11 from three-point land. Very comfortable looking freshman. That one's good. Taking advantage of free throws, 8 of 10 today for Hope. Love back in. 3-point shooters in the lineup now for Jeff Guard.
It's really just that last possession here for him. Love's got 2 fouls. We missed that here a few minutes ago, so he has not been in the game for 6 minutes.
You a little surprised he's back in, though?
Well, I think they're just going to take a last-second shot here.
Love's trying to take it to the rack. The turnaround, no good. Cargill cleans it up. And Hope's going to the locker room with a 7-point lead after being down 19-11. They come storming back and they shoot 62% in the first half.
I mean, an awesome job by Hope answering the bell. I mean, they were down 8, 19-11, and they just started clawing back, possession by possession. I love what they're doing on defense. They're just putting a lot of high ball pressure, and they're just forcing them to kind of drive through it. And other than Love, they just haven't really found much comfort doing that. Lewis got going a little bit, but I expect Platteville to answer with some ways, a little more high ball screen action as well, to see if they can get some guys cutting and slashing near the basket.
I like your point. I love Hope's help side defense down low. You got Hedinger and Furman. Furman with 12 points, but it doesn't really seem like it. He's been neutralized a little bit, but just limiting the damage up. Max Love, 10 points, but really nobody else besides Lewis with a couple buckets really fitting that bill. And then for Hope, what are you liking offensively on their side of the basketball?
I like the way they're sharing the basketball. I mean, there's been, for Hope, Hovey's got 15, Cargill's got 14, so they lead the charge, but they're not doing those necessarily by just beating everybody up and having the ball the whole time. I mean, they're sharing the basketball. My prediction in the second half, we're going to see a lot more Marcus Werman.
Well, we shall see. We'll take a break with Matt Wayner. I'm Mike Coleman. We'll take a little bit of a hiatus. We'll be back. We'll look at more numbers in this one and across the MIAA when we come back. You are watching and listening to the Anchor Network.
Some call it naive, others call it foolish. But hope has never been silenced by doubt. Hope is the unquiet heart, stirring, pounding, driving us towards something greater. It leans into what's wrong and lifts up what's right. It teaches, learns, discovers, imagines what could be, and brings it to life. Hope has to start somewhere. Why not here? Why not now? Why not us? The daring ones. Those who provoke possible, trigger curiosity, and incite joy. For us, hope is more than a word. It's a force, and we are its humble ambassadors. From the beginning to now, we don't just believe in hope, we dare to live it. Hope College, dare to hope.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Cancer, we're coming for you. Parkinson's, your days are numbered. Alzheimer's, we're zeroed in on you too. Because at Van Andel Institute, the world's best minds are working relentlessly to eradicate these diseases forever. By advancing the boldest innovations, achieving breakthroughs, and transforming lives. Because the most powerful way to fight diseases, never stop fighting. Van Andel Institute, innovation unleashed.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget, Louie the Lightkeeper, to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
As darkness gives way to light, before backpacks are zipped and the first class begins, grateful hands are already at work. Every act seen and unseen is done to bring hope. Bolts tightened, lessons planned, floors mopped, cookies baked, baked and baked and baked and baked. So many cookies. But these acts are not without purpose. These are the little moments that build hope. Lawns mowed, light bulbs changed, prayers spoken, phones answered, minds challenged, kindness shown. This is how we keep hope moving, with warm smiles, open doors, peace of mind, and a campus that shines. Because within these walls, the next generation of hope bringers is being formed. And it's our privilege to make this place a home they can be proud of. So to all the ones who make this place what it is, thank you. And go hope.
My name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Hello, and welcome to Hope College. Here at Hope, we believe in the power of a broad liberal arts education where learning is not confined to the classroom. Our students get plenty of personal attention and can participate in many creative activities. At Hope, learning doesn't just prepare you for a degree, it prepares you for life.
Our academics lay the foundation for success, but it's our student life that truly brings the college experience to the next level, offering countless ways to get involved outside of the classroom. Our residential halls offer a strong community with residential assistants here to support students throughout their years of college. Here in downtown Holland, a block away from campus, there are many coffee shops, restaurants, and stores. Holland State Park is a short drive away from campus and is a beautiful place for a sunset in all 4 seasons or a swim early in the school year.
Faith Life at Hope is unique in that it takes a fully invitational approach. Hope College as an institution is decidedly Christian, but invites students of all faith backgrounds to be a part of Faith Life. We hope to see you on campus soon. Bye!
I am very excited about this building, and the big reason why is the opportunity it's going to bring. Growth in class sizes, classes offered, more opportunity for alumni to come into the department and have a space to talk with us.
What excites me most is the opportunity to connect between students, freshmen and sophomores, being able to connect with upperclassmen right out of the get-go.
It's also going to allow students to feel connected to a building. I feel like it's going to provide like a sense of this is where I study, this is where I am talking to alumni, talking to professionals, talking to accountants. This is the place where it all happens.
I feel like this space will allow students to get creative and coming up with new ideas, not only in group settings with professors and collaborating in the classroom, but
with Matt Wayner, I am Mike Coleman here at halftime here at DeVos Fieldhouse. As we have seen a really good first half of action, Hope leads 42-35 against the Wisconsin-Platteville team that Hope hasn't had a lot of success really the last few years. They've only won 1 of their last 5 meetings, and a team that Hope plays all the time really in non-conference action. But Matt, looking at the first half numbers, what are the things that really stand out to you after the first 20?
Yeah, I think to me, looking at Max Love has 10 points in just 10 minutes played. He did not play those last 8 minutes. He came in for the last second shot. But other than that, I mean, he was on the bench with 2 fouls. And, I mean, they're a lot better. You can look at the plus-minus numbers as well in the box score. Like, they're a lot better with Max on the court. And he's the one that offensively, when he was going to the basket, I mean, just opened so much more up. So I expect them to need him to play 15 minutes here in the second half, even with foul trouble, because they really need him on the offensive side of the ball. As for Hope, I mean, they took advantage of that. In those last 8 minutes, that's like, what did you say? How many did they hit in the last, like 11 of their last 12?
Hope has hit 14 of their last 21 field goal attempts.
Yeah, I mean, that's that last 10 minutes of the first half. I mean, they just took control of the game, and you can just kind of feel it in here. I mean, for those of you at home, what I want to be able to describe is like Parker Hovey looks like nobody's going to stop him. I mean, he's a bull in a china shop at sometimes, but today's a day where he's able to just stop his body, go right to the basket.
And it's interesting too, they changed defenders on Hovey. They had Love on the game against him, but then they went to Hedinger, and Hedinger 3 inches taller than Parker, but like to your point, Parker, it's just insignificant for him because he's been able to beat him off the dribble.
Right. So I expect the major change to be Love being in the game and him being able to try and cut this lead early for Platteville is kind of what I predict. But outside of Hope, I think you do a whole lot of the same. And, I especially love what they're doing on the offensive side of the ball.
And defensively for Hope, I think you take a Platteville team that averages under 12 turnovers a game, and they have 8 in the first half, which is really atypical for a Jeff Gard team. But they have converted that into 15 points off turnovers. I think that's really factored in.
Yeah, definitely. And so we'll see what they end up doing here as we get going here in the second half action. I mean, Hope, as we see Justice Mims dribbling a basketball heading our way. To say, I mean, even without him, he's a guy that's been playing 17 minutes a game, and can't say enough about the guard play that's come in for him. Brady Miller come off the bench and played some good minutes as well, and then Sanchez and Cargill really heading stuff up as freshmen.
I'm glad you brought up Brady Miller. You look at his numbers in the first half, 7 minutes of action and 2 points on a field goal, but he had 2 big steals in that first half that I thought were pivotal. Sometimes it's not about volume, it's about quality, and that's what he gave on the defensive end. So Platteville will inbound, start the second half. Platteville in their road orange with the blue and white trim, hoping their home whites. Hope shot 62% in the first half, 46% for Platteville. Not a bad effort. Platteville was 5 of 12 for 42 from three-point land. Hope just 2 of 8. Both of those by Cargill. Spin move, Love off the window, worked over Hovey, and that's what you talked about, Matt, going to Max Love.
Great by Love, but I look off ball and I see Kyle Blauk was fronting Furman, and it was super effective. They were trying to get it down to him, and Love kind of had to do it all himself that round.
Hovey double team low post, tried to feed inside. Blauk trying to get some space and lost the handle. Good defense on the backside. Maybe Furman influenced that one, but a good look for Hovey to the big man Blauk. Hope will inbound, 20 to shoot, just underway second half. Hope, first of 3 straight home games, they'll favor North Central here at the Fieldhouse on Wednesday, and then Whitewater comes to town, another WIAC team, on Friday night. Hovey with 11 to shoot, tied up at the right elbow, inside the block, trying to bang it up off the window, and the sophomore connects.
Good job by Blauk there, just kind of creating the seal. Uses his strength over Furman. Furman probably got an inch on him, but Blauk has a lot of strength on him.
Yeah, Blauk's got some mass and a tip-away turnover. Somebody got a piece of that. Warman on the run. Splits 2 Platteville defenders, and a great block down low, but a putback good. The block by Lucy.
Yeah.
I did not check to see who got that basket, though, but Hope connects. So good second effort by the Flying Dutchman. One of only 3 offensive rebounds for Hope, but that connected. 3 ball on the way, misses everything. Offensive rebound. No box out at all, is picking up his own miss is Wizarak. And a race down to the other end. Cargill wins the battle.
He just beat him to the ball.
Cargill in traffic, throws up prayer, and he's going to the line. Just beat him to the basketball.
That just doesn't happen that much at this level of basketball, Mike. I mean,
no.
He gets the strip, and then Lewis was kind of slowing down, thinking he was going to take the ball, and then Cargill just 2 free opportunities.
He looked like a 200-meter track man right there, Brendan Cargill.
You've got to be very encouraged if you're a Hope basketball fan right now by their ability to create turnovers. I mean, in this game and the way that they've gotten better in their first 6 games, just defensively creating turnovers, because that's really what's going to keep them in games against teams that shoot the 3 ball a lot better. If you only shoot the 3 ball 26%, how are you going to get to 75, 80 points in a game against teams that shoot it so much better? You know, and the turnovers are going to be the great equalizer for them.
And to your point, defense never has to take a night off. Shooting will come and go, but they can force the turnovers, like Matt alluded to. 3 ball on the way. Wizarak has not been his day.
They are broke from 3 right now, Mike.
Yep. But a nice turnover going Platteville's way. And Max Love is fired up. He's got to be fresh. Only played 10.5 in the first half. And we missed the fact that he had 2 fouls and sat out half that first half. Until we saw the numbers. Feet inside. Hope gets the steal back. Another turnover. Marcus Warman, 2 of 4 shooting in the first half. Had a couple steals, 4 points. Leading team leading scorer on Hope's team, and Hovey, where he's most comfortable on the hard floor.
And how about this? I mean, you talk about quiet buckets. I just looked up, I realized Hovey's already got 17. He could hit 2 free throws here. He had 19 points already, and Mike, I mean, these are quiet buckets. It's not like he's had the ball in his hands the whole game.
Well, efficient shooting, 6 of 9 and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. As much as he goes to the free throw line, he goes more than any player on this Hope team. He's got to be able to hit free throws, and that's always been something that he has been working on his whole career, but he's shooting 70% coming in. He had 21 points, tied a career high in that win against Ohio Wesleyan in Hope's last game a week ago. How about taking 2 straight on the road against Ohio Northern and Ohio Wesleyan?
Yeah, very big to be on that road. And those are the kind of trips, too, for teams early where you get to know your teammates a little bit more. You're spending some time in Ohio together for a long weekend. And for that team to get 2 victories, but also get to spend that kind of quality time with your teammates for like 2 freshmen like Cargill and Sanchez makes you feel pretty comfortable.
Absolutely, and coaches will tell you that all the time. By the way, nice replay. You saw Hovey initiate some contact and fell on his backside, and he hits 2 free throws.
And how about Hope right now with a 13-point lead? I mean, expect Love to get going here, and I could hear the smack of that foul over at the scorer's table.
It's going to be on Hovey. Well, just the first on Hovey. For a guy who plays aggressively, he's been able to stay out of foul trouble, but he went for the slap steal as Love came out. Now they'll inbound, not a shooting foul, as Hovey quick hands tips it away.
Yeah.
Boy, filling up those passing lanes.
These guys are so well conditioned. I mean, hats off to Coach Mitchell and what this team has done. I mean, to be in such good shape right now, 6 games in the season. And I mean, I think that's just going to be part of what they have to do when they don't have the height without Quillen and without a true 5. You know, Blauk and Yan are going to get the job done, but they're just going to use their speed to their advantage.
And they have to, so they have to be conditioned if they're going to play an up-tempo game. Lewis, 8 points in the first half, kind of quiet by his standards as Love misses the 3. Furman trying to keep it alive, and he does. It'll stay with the Pioneers with 20 to shoot. 3 minutes into the second half. Biggest lead of the day for both teams.
If there is a criticism of this Hope team, I mean, they've given up some offensive rebounds. 7 offensive rebounds for Platteville so far. They haven't exactly controlled the glass to the expectation that they would have had in the past.
Yep, even Steven in the rebounding department, but you got to control the offensive rebounds. Little leaner away by Love, couldn't get it to bite. Hovey, leading rebounder on this team at over 8 per game. Tried to rifle it down to Sanchez, but good hand by Furman defensively for the Pioneers. It'll stay with Hope. Hope shooting 60%. Well, you saw what Hovey was trying to do.
Yeah, it's not a bad look. I don't mind the decision, especially up 13, to try and get a quick basket that way, but it was just too crowded in there.
I like Sanchez working that baseline too, the 6'1" freshman.
And you know, Mike, you get these opportunities in games. Things look a little bit different when you're up 13. You might be able to take some risks on some 3-point shots, because if you extend this to 20, you start to kind of take the life out of Platteville. This game is going to go one of 2 ways. The next 5 minutes, it's either going to get cut to 6 or it's going to extend to 20. And you have to be on the offensive side of that.
Hope trying to just get a good shot. Warman deep in the backcourt. He's double teamed, 5 to shoot. Stops, pops from the left elbow. Kind of a low liner, no good. Rebound by Lewis on the strong side.
Says a lot about what a team's going to be if they can put a team away when they have a lead.
Open look, 3 ball on the way, and that one skirts off.
That's Love's 3rd.
Oh, they're going to call in on Love for the reach over. Well, Sanchez had great box out on Hope's end, and that is a huge call as Hettinger comes in, and Love will check out. He's got 12 in this game.
And that's another thing, Coleman. I mean, Mike, if you got to look at the bench and you got to think about if your Hope's team, hey, if they're going to put Love on the bench for the next 5 minutes, we got to put this away.
Yep, agreed. You've got their second leading scorer and their 3-year starter in Max Love. Backdoor feed, Warman good with a double clutch, no! But Hovey caught him on a skip pass. And working the baseline is Warman, and an 82% career free throw shooter will go to the line. Timeout on the court, inside 16 left. Good things for Hope so far, a lot of basketball left. on the Anchor Network.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget, Louie the Lightkeeper, to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Other action going on today. Well, let's go to last night. Calvin with a convincing victory over Kuiper College in non-conference action. How about Alma? They're playing out in Forest Grove, Oregon. They're taking on Pacific University. They lost to Linfield last night, so they're one of those. I would imagine you're going to fly there. I've driven out to Oregon. I don't think you have that much time, Matt. Adrian at Dominican University. That's a 2 o'clock start local time. And Kalamazoo at Illinois Tech. And we saw Olivet fall to Wisconsin-Stevens Point earlier. Hope women won today at Kalamazoo to improve to 8-1. And here it's Hope 50, Platteville 37. Hope trying to win their first game against Platteville here at DeVos since 2018. Marcus Warman at the free throw line. 84% free throw shooter, Marcus Warman. That's his 33rd attempt. I said Hovey had the most free throw attempts. I stand corrected. I apologize. Marcus Warman has gone to the line a lot. And that's a good sign, though, if you're Marcus.
If you're Marcus, but also for this Hope team to be able to have somebody like him be able to really control the tempo of the game. I mean, if you have him driving to the basket, able to have opportunities to get to the free throw line, that's what you want to control a game. You're up 14 in.
Hope's been in man-to-man defense all day long. Wizarek trying to wheel baseline, trying to feed Hettinger, but Furman has to come out 6 to shoot. Lewis in traffic, has the ball rejected by Sanchez and a late call.
Hit Sanchez on that?
I think so.
I don't know about that. That felt like a lot of ball.
And Greg Mitchell with hands on head off to our right.
Yeah,
we're across the camera.
On the replay, it looked like he got him on the wrist.
Replay never lies. Bristol Lewis at the line. Lewis on the day, 16 points per game coming in, averaging 8 points. He's only taken 3 shots today as he knocks down the free throw, give him 9. So they've limited his ability in producing some shots today. Lewis 79% from the free throw line. Nobody goes to the line more. And he buries 2. 51-39. Here's McKenzie back in. Lewis will get a breather. So you got your top 2 scorers on the bench right now for Platteville, Matt Wayner.
Yeah, I'm curious what their game plan is here. He said this is kind of the time where the game's going to swing.
Yant goes up. And we got a blocking foul. That'll go against Platteville. Good aggressive move by Orion Yant after he lost the handle. And he will go to the line.
He's had a couple of takes that both look a little bit out of control. He was able to get the 1 bucket to go on and 1 opportunity in the first half. This one, now he's got a chance at the free throw line to make amends.
Hope 13 of 17 today is the first free throw off the mark for Yant. He came into the game 2 points a game in 6 minutes of action per game. Second one is up. Nice free throw stroke by the big man. Extends the lead back to 13.
Full court pressure again, Mike.
Hope has employed that periodically in this game. And Platteville has to work to get over the timeline. Good ball motion by the Pioneers. Inside, 2-step drop. 3 ball on the way. That one is money by McKenzie. The freshman drops down the rainbow. And within 10. 14:47. Clock always works really slow when you've got a lead. Give and go. Hovey feigns the 16-footer left elbow. Now takes it in. Inside to Yant. Had position on the baseline. Not going to be a shooting foul, but a reach in on Platt. They're going to call that an Hettinger.
See the replay there. Yeah, Hettinger was just late, it looked like.
Yeah, just beat him off the dribble. That's been the story for Hope today. First First on Hettinger, Jared Rigg in the game. Hovey gets a breather. Hovey's played 13 minutes in this game. Charles Howell, the sophomore out of Cadillac, in the game for the Flying Dutchman. 15 to shoot.
You wonder about Howell, just how healthy he is with how much he's played, and it's been nice to have a couple other players come in. Rigg, that's how you answer.
Yahtzee! Rigg wide open. That is how you answer indeed, as Jared Rigg hits his second 3-ball of the season. Couldn't come at a better time. Back to a 13-point Hope margin. Hope continues to shoot the ball pretty well, 58%. Nice 10-footer. In traffic is Lucy, who showed me a lot. Lucy, the junior, off the bench. He's got 5. Yant fakes the weave. Yant goes up strong, and that's 2 straight drives by Yant, taking it to the rack. Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul, tough break.
Yeah, I didn't think that the defender's feet were set in that situation, but Orion kind of attacked the basket loosely a little bit. You could see the push there, so credit to the defense.
By the way, I missed the fact that Ben Forbes, the freshman, the 6'9" freshman out of McFarland, Wisconsin, had a couple minutes. Now Love back in. So another big body for Jeff Gard as Forbes at 6'9". You don't see too many players over 6'8" in D3 action.
No, you don't. And sometimes, you know, that will be kind of the ticket as somebody, if you're able to live above the rim, able to help your team. Furman's really had a good game, though. He's got 12. He's done a good job on the glass. So Furman's, he's got 12 points, and he's got 5 rebounds.
Okay, right around his season average, 12 and 7.
He's been able to get a lot of depth, you know, near the basket, seal guys off, and Hope's just, honestly, just kind of thrown guys from the bench at him and try to kind of foul their way through it.
Speaking of foul trouble, nobody with more than 2 fouls except for Yant and Howell, and they have come off the bench. Furman in all sorts of traffic. You got a reach-in foul. My goodness. That's going to go against Yant. Check that, Brady Miller. First on Miller. Hovey back in. Sanchez back in as Howell and Warman get a breather. Bristol Lewis still on the bench for Platteville, their leading scorer, with 13 and change left. McKenzie to Trigger, deep in the backcourt to Lucy. Streaking, Lucy slips, turnaround. Short, running rebound by Miller. Lucy trying to go for the pick, and Hope Carrasco throws it away. Turnover number 10 for the Dutchman. They've had 5 in the second half. Boy, you come up with a nice defensive play.
Yeah, that's tough. It's just losing track of the basketball there.
New life for Platteville.
Ball don't lie there, as that's another Platteville turnover.
Wow. Trying to make the move. Turnover Platteville, their 12th. 55-44, 13:01 remaining from DeVos. Just the second home game of the year for the Flying Dutchman. They only play 4 home games and 11 non-conference games. I checked that, 6, excuse me.
Nice pass.
Rigg found Hovey, misses the puppy. Really good setup though, Matthew.
Yeah, that was awesome by Rigg, and Hovey had room to work. 3-pointer by Love, yes.
Caught some energy right in front of his own bench. Love 3 of 5 from deep. Leads all.
Huge turn of events there.
Big time. A 13-point lead has now been trimmed down to 8. Is missing the 3-ball as Hope. And a timeout by Platteville on the tie-up. Timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout. Still a lot of time left. Hope up by 8 on the Anchor Network.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. I kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. The glory, the glory. You know I do it for the glory. The glory, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory.
Well, a 13-point lead for the Flying Dutchman has been whittled down to 8. And even with an 8-point lead with Matt Wayner on Mike Coleman, Matt, there's no comfort factor whatsoever with 12 and change left.
No, it's what I was saying a few minutes ago. You have this opportunity up 14 with 15 to play to start to really extend that lead and put them away. And I just felt like Hope kind of waded their way through a few minutes there and, you know, gave Love an opportunity, a couple turnovers. Rigg had a 3-point try with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. To me personally, it's just, you got to find ways to put that game away. And hey, you still have an opportunity here, you know, up 8, 12 to play. Can you extend it and not give them a chance to get back in this?
Especially when you have the 2 leading scorers for the Pioneers, Platteville for Lewis and Love on the bench at those crucial middle minutes of this second half. UWP with the basketball, shooting just 40% in the second half, but Hope just 38%. There's another turnover, and Platteville's just beating themselves right now.
Totally, and you can tell. I mean, that's why I was so frustrated to think Hope can put this game away. It's not like Platteville is earning this opportunity at the moment.
Great point. Sanchez, wraparound over to Newhouse, is back in the game, the junior out of East Grand Rapids. Miller, Hovey, Sanchez, Warman, and who am I missing? Newhouse. And a turnover. Back-to-back turnovers. Substitutions. Well, check that. Well, let's keep it right here with 11:47 left. So we'll keep it here. After 2 games in 24 days, did you just get a snack out of the stands? You got a bag of M&Ms just fell from the sky. Unbelievable.
It's filled with popcorn as well. I think she was bringing me popcorn and candy.
Matt's getting hangry. She's got some snacks being delivered.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, Matt Wayner obviously needs some fuel during this broadcast. But you got a chance, especially in the schedule here, Matt. We had a lapse of that North Central game that was canceled. Now rescheduled to this coming Wednesday. Hope has 3 games in 7 days to get kind of in the rhythm back in the non-conference schedule.
Yeah, and I'm really pleased so far in this game. And we still got 11 minutes to play to try to smooth things out. But I mean, I haven't seen this team play in a couple weeks. They're in the Ohio games and obviously Thanksgiving weekend, whatnot. So I'm personally very pleased with the position that Hope has been in. And they've had some of these non-conference battles, but now at this point, feel good about who you are. Now head into conference play and take control of the MIAA. Try proving that, I mean, they're 4-3. They've been challenged a little bit, but they might not be at the level that we thought they would. Now, Calvin is an excellent team. They're number 8 in the country for a reason. They have 1 loss, and they've dominated. I mean, they dominated an Oshkosh team by 25.
They did.
So
anytime you can beat a WIAC team like that, that's for sure. Well, we're going to have 14 conference games coming up after the turn of the year as Wisconsin cut off nicely. Yant playing some good D. Love for 3. That one looked good all the way. We had a good angle and it skims out.
Would have erupted the bench over there.
I think so. That would have been a huge basket. 8-point margin. But to your point, Matt, Hope was playing a fine game. They played pretty well defensively. They shot the ball well. They tried to penetrate. Platteville's had a little better clamp down, forcing Hovey to take a poor shot. Offensive rebound on the miss, and Hovey caught a break. Wisconsin had it, but just lost the handle, and Hovey, Johnny on the spot, back to a 10-point lead. Approaching the halfway mark. Wisconsin over to Love. Newhouse isolated. We got a whistle away from the basketball. That's going to be a Hope foul. What are they going to call that on, Matthew?
See the replay there. Oh, that's the Hovey play.
They're going to call that on Brady Miller, his second. Looking at the team fouls, Platteville was 6, Hope was 6, one more, and for both teams, puts their opponent in the bonus situation. Bristol Lewis back in for Platteville. He's got 10 points. Very practical shooting, 3 of 3 shooting, 2 of 2 from three-point land, and he's hit both free throws. And we got a blocking foul on Hovey.
No way. Sorry, Mike, but no way.
Much to the consternation of the Hope orange and blue faithful. We got a few Platteville fans off to our left that made the 400-mile drive. And that will send Max Love to the line in the bonus situation. And for Hovey, just his second foul. But he will send an 83% free throw shooter to the line. Cargill back in. Set a nice game for Hope, 16 points.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of needed Cargill back in here.
Agreed.
As they just haven't been able to consistently put the ball in the bucket in the second half. What did they have, 42 in the first? They've only scored 15 points here.
They've only had 10 shots. They had 26 shots in the first half, and they hit 16 as Love hits 2. But just 10 field goal attempts, and they made 4 in the second half. Love will get a breather. Good move by Jeff Gard. Love out. 13-point lead has been cut down to 8. McKenzie back in for Platteville. Freshman. Yant right elbow. He's got Hedinger on him. Tipped away, turnover. Good defense by Platteville. And Lucy comes away with it. Marcus Warman tried to pick it like a cat burglar. And Lucy got control. Straight give to Lewis. Slashing. Kick out. Furman, that's not his shot. He'll try to move it in. And the baby hook off the mark. Tipped away by Yant. Good defense. First miss of the day by Furman from down low. Boy, the hands have been active for Platteville defensively in this second half, Matt. 3 ball, Cargill rims out.
Don't like that early shot clock one either. I don't mind Cargill taking it, but it just feels like Hope's gotten a little bit lazy on the offensive side.
And that was an NBA 3, too. That was from way downtown. Love back in.
How many minutes has Hovey played so far here?
He's played only
22.
He's played 22.
So, I mean, that's pretty standard for him.
Yes. Yeah, with 9 minutes left, he averages 30 a game. So does Warman. And Warman's played 24. Lewis has played 24 and Wizrak 25 respectively for Platteville. Love was 16 minutes just due to foul trouble. He's got 3 in this one. Lucy for 3. Sidearm, no. Offensive rebound. 8th of the day for Platteville. Love with the Euro step. Contact, and Love's going to the line. That will be on Charles Howell. Fourth for Howell in 8 minutes off the bench, and that will send a good free throw shooter to the line with 9:29 left in this one.
It's not exactly been Howell's best game so far, the way that he's impacted. He's done a good job, on the defensive side, but it's just been tough for him to really get going in this game. I mean, somebody that earlier in the season or last season, he was kind of an anchor for them defensively, and more so today. That's why they've really needed Yant.
And I think Howell chipped in with some timely offense last year as well, and the sophomore trying to find his way on that end of his game this year. And to your point, why we're seeing Yant quite a bit. Love does his job, hits 2, 9 of 12 on the day for Platteville, and a 13-point lead has been cut in half. Hope having trouble penetrating in the second half as Block misses a puppy. A 12-4 run for Platteville. Hedinger comes up topside. Wraparound pass to Love near side ISO with Cargill on him. Corner pocket pass, 9 to shoot.
Nice hands there by Hedinger.
Yeah, really saved her from going out of bounds. Love the step back. Chased down by Warman, and he wins the battle. Splits 2 orange jerseys. Hope with numbers. Good recovery by Platteville defensively. Sanchez from way downtown.
Wow.
Yahtzee!
That takes confidence.
That took a tremendous amount of confidence. And the first basket of the day for Sanchez comes at the 32-minute mark.
I mean, Mike, that is...
Boy, another blocking foul by Hovey. Boy, the Hope fans behind us are showing the officials their displeasure at that.
That's a massive shot by Sanchez. I mean, early shot clock. I never liked that choice. I mean, look, Furman goes right through him. You can see his elbow through his chest. I mean, that's what it felt like.
I think he was he was right on that semicircle marker down below. As Greg Mitchell looking for some explanation. Furman, a miss on the free throw attempt. Here's McKenzie back in. They're playing touch and go with Max Love, trying to keep him off the defensive side of things.
Trying to keep him fresh, see if he can go for like the last 6, I'm guessing.
He and Lewis have 3 fouls each, and Hediger playing with 3 as well.
He missed both of them, Mike.
That's a big miss. Hope 9-point margin. Sanchez topside. Platteville working a loose man-to-man at the moment as Hope works the weave. Warman hasn't really had a chance to penetrate in the second half off the dribble. Now tries, he's got 2 on him, 5 to shoot. Hovey has a seam, razzle and the dazzle. Hovey goes down hard.
Oh,
his Hediger came over from the weak side.
I thought I saw his head go down. That's why it reacted so strong.
Timeout on the court. It'll be a Platteville foul. Hovey going to the line when we come back, and a Hope 9-point lead on the Anchor Network.
My name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Welcome back. Looking at the replay, Hovey going to the rack and just took a wallop from Hediger. And really, Hovey really escaped some significant damage on that drive.
I know, you heard my audible gasp on the play. And for me, I thought that he got his head stepped on. Is why I saw his head sling back, and I thought his head got stepped on, but he looks to be okay. I mean, he's one of the toughest players I've seen wear orange and blue. I mean, we have watched so many teams, Mike. I mean, I've been watching Hope since probably 2011 and seen a lot of really, really tough players, but I'm just impressed time and time again. Parker just keeps playing.
He's a young man, a few words, doesn't say boo, doesn't make a peep, humble, just a gentleman, but he is a bulldog on the court. Speaking of, Adrian wins today at Dominican in River Forest, Illinois, and Kalamazoo falls at Illinois Tech as they played that one in Chicago. Hovey, all-conference second team last year as a free throw rims off by Parker Hovey. Shot 50% as a freshman from the free throw line. Today he's 7 of 9, and Hope 14 of 20 today. Trying to make it a 10-point lead, and he does. Give Hovey 22. He now has a career high, does Parker Hovey, as he'll check out with 7:46 to play.
When you were saying about Parker, how much his free throws improved, he's just under 70% so far this year, so still a little bit of a ways to go. But I mean, he was somebody that he would get fouled late in games because he was under 60%.
Exactly. Yeah, well, great point. Furman back to her, cut it to Lewis, and he misses it on the heave. Had him in air and stride. He can't hit the puppy.
Huge rebound by Sanchez there. We'll see what he wants to do. I mean, Sanchez unafraid.
He is unafraid, a fearless freshman for sure. 3-ball, rims out. Had a good look at it, chased down by Love.
Would have been a dagger, Mike.
Would have gone back to a 13-point lead. By the way, officially, Hovey career high 22. Step back 3-ball by Love, and he didn't miss that one.
Too much room. You cannot give him that much room, Mike. Close out. Who else is scoring for them right now?
Nobody is.
Furman, maybe? Guard Love.
Furman has not had a point in the second half. Love has 22. Came in at 27% from 3-ball land. He's 4 of 7 today. Warman has the ball swatted away, and a backside foul as Lucy with the reach in. That will send Marcus Warman to the light, who's only had a 5-point day today on 2 of 5 shooting. Trying to add to that 7-point lead with 6:41 left. Hope shooting just 36% in the second half, but Platteville no better, just 31%. His defense has taken over.
Yeah, I mean, for both these teams, it's been a huge part of their identity, and Hope just missing free throws down the stretch here. But for both these teams, I mean, the defense has been really good. Hope really only scored 17 points so far this second half, and something that, I mean, they've just kind of waded through those middle minutes. That's what I was warning them about, you know.
It was a dry spell for Hope.
You know, from that 15-minute mark, that's when you really got to put the game away.
And they have not been able to. Love, he'll do a litmus test from the top side.
What else is he doing? Close out. You don't go under that screen, Mike.
No, you got to get a hand in his face as Max Love has single-handedly kept Platteville in this game. It's a 5-point lead. Let's keep it right here. We were talking about in pregame and the start of this basketball game that Hope against Hope in 3 career games, Max Love shooting just 3 of 17 from three-point lane, from three-point land. But in this game today, he has shot 5 of 8 from deep and 8 of 16. Leads all scorers with 25 on the day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been the only offensive consistent player for Platteville all day. And my frustration, once again, it's going under a screen, it's giving him space. There hasn't been another player that's controlled this game. I mean, make it be Lewis. Make it be Wiserack that takes that shot. I mean, anybody but Love. If I'm in the huddle right now, I'm saying anybody but Max Love for the rest of this game.
Absolutely true, because Love has 15 of the 22 Platteville points in this second period.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a 5-point game now. You can still kind of have an opportunity. He's got 3 fouls. You can try and give him his 4th. You can go at him. But, I mean, especially in Division III, this is why you have guys, when you play 9-10 guys deep, you have to have a guard that can come out and spend 3 fouls on him. Just spend fouls and stop it.
And Love's a tall guard, 6'5". That's a big frame in D3 basketball. Who are you going to put on Love that can match his speed?
I mean, Hubby's got 3 fouls, so that's why I don't mind putting Gant on him even. Like, he might get beat off the dribble a little bit, but that hasn't been Love's thing. Love's been just shooting 3s. So.
He has. He's gone to the exterior part of his game in the second half. Hope with the basketball. Hovey will try a 3, and Hovey up and over Furman. Countdown. Splash.
Hovey's got 25, Mike.
It's tied with Love for game high, and that's a career high, adding to it with 6 minutes left. Feet inside. Got behind the gooey defense and slams on home. Lapsed by the Hope defense, and that fires up the Platteville bench, a 6-point lead. Reach-in foul on Wiserack.
Starting to feel like a tournament game, isn't it, Mike?
It really does. That'll send Sanchez to the line.
You give a punch and you take a punch. That's what I love about this, man. I mean, WEAC basketball, MIAA basketball, whenever Hope gets to play these teams, is you really get to be challenged. I mean, you know that you're not going to walk away with an easy one, and you could feel that the entire game that we were going to have a good one here at the Boss.
You get it by 13, and it's hard enough to beat a WIAC team, but to beat them by double digits, that's just rare air. Hedinger checks out. Sanchez 1 for 2 on the line today. Sanchez only 4 points, but he's got 4 rebounds. He's played good defense and a timely 3 a couple of minutes ago. Now the freshman out of John H. Pittman. How are the M&Ms, by the way, Matt?
They're doing good. I'm trying to wait until the break, you know. You saw the popcorn over there? So I think that had my name on it, didn't it?
I wish we had a camera shot, but Matt's second snack is strewn all over the, I think it got on my work bag, Matt. Back-to-back free throws by Sanchez. Oh, it's going to be a lane violation. You cannot afford that mental mistake. I don't know who the culprit was, but it's going to go against Hope. And now full court pressure. Hope with a 7-point lead. 66-59. Ken George, assistant coach for Hope, shouting out instructions from that Hope bench. Nice crowd on hand on this snowy Saturday. Furman, kick pass over to Lucy, off the high screen, no look inside. Furman trying to get purchased. Great D by Yant.
Wow.
And a reach-in foul in the backcourt by Wiserack, and that'll send Cargill to the line. Both teams in the bonus. Well, you talked about Orion Yant a couple minutes ago about coming in for a defensive stop. And you saw that right there, using that 6'6" frame to just disrupt Furman.
I'd love to see him in the game here really the rest of the way. We'll see what Coach Mitchell does, but he's provided a lot in terms of just you need to stop. And
yes.
He's been able to deliver it, especially with Howell in so much foul trouble.
Those intangibles, you look at Yant's numbers, 5 points, a couple rebounds, and an assist, but the fact that he's brought to the table, especially defensively, and a big make by Cargill. 5 for 5 from the free throw line today. Hope 18 of 25, and that one dribbles off. Rebound Furman. Give Furman a double-double. He's got 10 caroms to go along with 14 points. Love, 3-ball on the way. Good look short. And now Love trying to reach in. Boy, that was another open look by Love. He just was a little short in the attempt.
Yeah, I mean, he's just keep shooting. And that was more, he just created that space. There's Worman getting some space going.
Oh, Worman halfway into the cylinder for the right elbow, kicks out.
Can't buy a shot right now.
Worman 2 of 6 today. Off the window, no, but Wiserack will earn it from the free throw line on a Hope reach in. It's going to be on Yant.
See the replay there. He's just kind of late to get over to Wiserack. And
Wiserack 11 of 17 on the year, 65%. Wiserack
has 4. Is that right?
He does.
Wow.
Wiserack, he's come off the bench all 4 years. And now a starter this year. Lucy, he's played a good game for Platteville. 5 points, couple of blocks, couple of steals. Big free throw coming up. Trying to make it a 2-possession lead, and he does. So Hope with a 2-possession lead, 67-61. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Both teams in the double bonus as well, Matt. So it might come down to a free throw shooting contest. Sanchez inside to Yant. Good possession, and he takes it off the window.
Love that confidence. That's great by Ryan Yant.
Changing direction with Furman in his grill, and a big basket by Yant. Give him 7. That is a career high for the sophomore. Kick out. Hettinger. He'll try the 3-ball on occasion, not to be. And one by Hovey in the rebound battle.
And Hovey once again. What a game by him.
25 points, 6 rebounds, a couple steals. Hope playing without Justice Mims and without Sam Carlson. 3-ball on the way, too strong. That would have been huge. Still time, still plenty of time, 3:50 left. No reason for anyone to panic. 15 to shoot. Hope working hard defensively. Hettinger, he'll try a 3-ball once again. That one halfway in the cone. Offensive rebound, the 9th of the day for Platteville. 3-ball on the way from Bristol Lewis, and he connects. Lewis with his first basket of the second half. I'm not sure what the timeout is for. I have no idea what that referee timeout was. Oh, it's a media. Let's take a quick media timeout. We'll be back shortly on the Anchor Network. Any idea? Some big games by Parker Hovey and Max Love, 25 points apiece in this one. Hovey 8 of 13 shooting, 7 rebounds. Max Love 5 of 9 from deep. 69-64.
Cargill at 17 here for Hope as well. And
yes,
clinging to this 5-point lead, and it's what we've talked about for the last 10 minutes of this basketball game. I mean, Platteville has fought and clawed and hung around, and Hope's dry spell really is hurting them right now.
Hope shooting just 39% in the second half, but Platteville just 35%. Hope still shooting 52%. Right now, they're going to take care of the basketball. Look for some good shots. They've been able to go to the free throw line 26 times today, due in part to be able to win off the dribble. 3:12 left to go. 15 on the shot clock. Hope stymied in the backcourt. Hovey trying to make something happen. Nowhere to go. Hook pass over to Sanchez. 7 to shoot. Platteville picking up the defense. Hope completely lost. The lean in by Sanchez, no good. Offensive rebound try by Hovey. And coming away is Furman. Big takeaway by Platteville. Hovey gets the steal. Another hand in the passing lane and new life for the Flying Dutchman. Huge play.
Huge play there by Hovey. I mean, he is all over the court right now for Hope. Let's see a better possession offensively here.
Yeah, that last one needed some help. Warman with Lewis on him, working off the dribble. Foul! Platteville fans not too happy, but Bristol Lewis stayed with him step for step, and Marcus Warman will go to the line where he's 2 for 4 this afternoon. 4th on Lewis.
Beats Lewis in the basket there. It's kind of the trademark Marcus Warman. He's going to kind of backdoor his way probably back to his double-figure average, but it's been a pretty below-average day for Marcus Warman offensively.
Well, in the few shot attempts that he's taken, Matt, and he is most effective when he penetrates. He can distribute, and when he goes for those driving shots, and he has not tried to do too much offensively, taken what the defense has given him, just 6 field goal attempts, the second free throw off the mark. But 7 points for Warman as he splits the pair. 6-point, 2-possession lead with 2:22 left. Love off the high screen. Hovey working on him defensively. Has an open look, and a push shot's good for 5.
Good way to create space there by Love.
Boy, Love just unconscious in this second half.
What was once a 14-point lead, just 4 here right now in DeVos.
17 points for Love in the second half. 13 dump pass inside to Hovey. Double clutch! Sanchez found his all-conference junior, Parker Hovey.
That was beautiful, Mike. I love the way Sanchez played these last few minutes.
Yep, a give and go. Huge basket, biggest of the day. 6-point lead. Cargill trying to hound Love. Step back, 3-ball on the way. Rims out. Rebound by Warman. We got a reach-in foul. Boy, that one looked like it had a chance. And Warman with a huge rebound secured the basketball, and he's going to the line with $1:43 left.
Really big right there by Marcus Sky for that. And you can see Hovey getting excited in the replay as well. You can hear his scream out here on the court. Starting to feel that with 1:43, just possession by possession. Everything matters now.
And the free throw by Marcus Warman, 20 of 30 for the Flying Dutchman. This is a season high in free throw attempts. Like you said, Warman, if he keeps getting fouled, might backdoor his way into a double-figure scoring day, and that's all right. Second one gets a membership bounce. Give Warman, 9 points and 2 big free throws. Platteville pressing the pace.
Platteville trying to settle for a deep 3 right now.
Lewis from way downtown. That's going Hope's way. Good box out by Cargill.
Let's see if they can look at the replay, I think.
Boy, big break for Hope.
With the replay, I think that's off of Brendan Cargill.
I think it is too. I think Hope got a break. Substitution time, and we've got a number 4 on Platteville's.
Huffman.
I do not have him on our roster. Cooper Huffman, I apologize for that, but Cooper Huffman evidently number 4 for Platteville. Greg Mitchell calling a timeout real quick. Let's take a 15-second timeout. We'll be right back for the final 78 seconds. Hope up by 8 on the Anchor Network.
30-second timeout.
Platteville 2-1 on the road this year. They won in overtime at North Central, 66-60. And Matt, a team we're going to see Wednesday. Casey Rutledge and I will have the call, but North Central, a team that will give Hope a battle before you're back on the handle for next Friday's game against Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Yeah, that North Central team, that will be another good non-conference matchup. We always talk about these non-conference games, Mike, being ones where you get tested. Platteville really coming here being a test. I don't think Hope has seen the best of this Platteville team, even with Love with 27. I mean, I just see it being the kind of team that, you know, today Hope really got the best of them down the stretch, and we'll see what happens here in this last minute.
Yeah, Platteville's going to have plenty of success on the WIAC as Warman fouled in the backcourt as Caleb Kuniko out of Andalusia, Illinois, in the basketball game. 3-point shooters on the floor for Platteville besides Joey Furman, and now Bristol Lewis back in with, or trying to come back in with 1:11 left. And McKenzie will check out. Junior for freshman. So Warman will be at the line. And Guard trying to gather his troops. So we got a free throw situation, so he didn't call a timeout. I haven't seen that very often. Coach Guard trying to figure out his rotation at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what that was either.
He's got 4 on the floor right now. Interesting. Warman at the free throw line. Free throws are big coming up for Warman. Knocks that one down, 6 of 9 on the day. Hope came in shooting 72% as a free throw shooting team. So they've matched their season average so far today, and Warman give him 11. 3 in double figures now for the Flying Dutchman. More importantly, back to a 10-point lead.
Anybody but Love, and another steal.
Love had his pocket pick. Cargill came up with it. And we got a tie-up. We got a jump ball situation. It's going to be Love and Cargill. Cooper Huffman back in.
Big steal there by Cargill.
Yeah, it was. Love was double teamed topside, and the freshman stole it away from the senior. And that might be the play of the game. He just adds valuable seconds off the clock. So the possession arrow will go to the Flying Dutchman on the tie-up. The hubby will inbound it off to our left. Hi, Mom. Matt, I see you on camera. Just for the folks out there, Matt Wayner, the doppelganger of Buffalo Bills head quarterback Josh Allen, just throwing that out there.
And you see Josh Allen's wife got pregnant yesterday. I don't know if you got the news.
Oh, I did.
Haley Steinfeld.
I did. Trying to picture a face to the voice of Matt Wayner to my right. So 56.3 seconds remaining. Marcus Warman with a steady diet of free throws. And quite frankly, a player who led the MIAA in free throw shooting as a freshman. 7 of 10 today. Make it 8 of 11. Marcus Warman, he had 11 free throw attempts against Adrian back in January of last year, and now this free throw attempt right here will be a career high, and he knocks it down.
That's a guy who's played a lot of basketball in his life, and somebody that wants the basketball on the free throw line with a minute left. Lucy, 3.
No good. Platteville, 10 of 29 today. Well, after some Love 3-point makes, they've missed their last 3. and that has really hurt the comeback.
See another offensive rebound there by Love. Looks like he's fouled on the way up by Cargill.
Wow, looks like Cargill got all ball, but that will send Love to the line. And Max Love, just a fantastic game. 27 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, 5 3 balls of the 10 made by Platteville today. You know, stranger things have happened as Love knocks down the free throw with 45 seconds left to get a steal or two. Sawyer Shipper out of Stoughton, Wisconsin. I want to say hi to my cousin Ted, listening in Duluth, who's from Stoughton, Wisconsin.
What do we know about Stoughton, Wisconsin?
Yeah, it's a little south of Madison. Lake Kaganza with some great walleye fishing there, by the way. By the way, Ted, one of the best fishermen that I know. And there you have it.
Do you know where Stewartville is, where Hettinger hails from?
I don't. Warman tapped in the backcourt. So Platteville playing shack attack. Well, the guy you really don't want to foul is Marcus Warman at the moment, because just a solid free throw shooter in his career, but you don't have a choice when he gets the inbound pass.
And here is with the 10-point lead here for Hope, Mike. I mean, starting to talk about what this game has been. I mean, fantastic game, of course, by Hovey and Cargill, 27 and 17. Werman adds 13 there, and you know, as they're trying to finish this game out, I mean, I'm so impressed by, after an early deficit of 6 points, I mean, they really responded, defensive engagement, and kind of forced Platteville's hand a little bit to go to Max Love time and time again, and I think that played to Hope's favor.
That one off the mark, 41 seconds, little sense of urgency for Platteville. Yeah, absolutely right, and Love has tried to do it. He's really been the only offense in the second half, but credit Hope with a good game plan. Lewis, the turnaround, no good. Contact underneath. It's going to be a push-off on Hope, I believe.
Probably going to get Sanchez, I think.
Sanchez trying to go for the offensive rebound, but a little extracurricular will send.
I think he was pulling Furman. Looked on the replay there, Mike. He was pulling Furman down.
Well, I think he had no choice, giving away about 7 inches on that transaction. Furman, good game. Furman had 12 in the first half. He's been stymied for the most part in the second half, just 2 points, but 12 rebounds. Free throw was good. Shipper in, Huffman in. So Lewis and Wizerak will check out, junior and senior respectively. But if Hope pulls this off, one of the marquee wins of this season. They've lost 2 straight to Platteville. Their last win against Platteville was at Platteville, which is a very tough place to win, the Bo Ryan court. Free throw is off the mark. Hovey hammered in the backcourt, and Parker Hovey trying to add to his career-high 27 points. He's 8 for 10 from the free throw line tonight.
You see the replay there, Hovey coming down with a rebound, and Mike here in this one, just impressed with Hope's poise down the stretch. Being able to defend Platteville well, kind of force their hand, but then on the offensive side, I'm starting to see them balance out a little bit. Even Hovey with 28. I mean, Cargill poured in 17. Werman had 12. Sanchez is kind of becoming the name that, you know, as he pushed into the starting lineup now, it seems like Sanchez and Cargill might be mainstays moving forward.
And a nice drop down of 2 free throws by Sanchez. Hope with 80 points, the most points since they've scored since their 98-point performance in the win at Anderson in game 1. Timeout on the court. Quick timeout. We'll close it out after this on the Anchor Network.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
It's been a good one if you're a Hope fan. Platteville with a long road trip and a foul in the backcourt, as Hope has been to the line a season high 38 times tonight, Matt. For the most part, shooting 71%. They've done the job when they needed to ISO it down in the last couple minutes from the free throw line.
Another great game here for Hope College as we look at the stat sheet. 52% from the field, that'll get it done. 33% from three, that's better than their season average of 26%. 71% at the free throw line is about average for them. And a team, you know, this is a really good quality non-conference win, one that you're going to need. Like we said earlier in the broadcast, Coach Mitchell says you have to win the MIAA tournament to get in. When you have wins like this, they're going to stack up, especially in, you know, let's say you're a 22-23 win team with 7 losses, but you got a Platteville non-conference win and you lose in the MIAA tournament or something like that, that's going to come back and really be valuable.
I agree. Those quality wins. Well, Brendan Cargill, he's been a fantastic freshman as he's got 19. Marcus Warman and Parker Hovey will check out. Warman with 13, really the hero from the free throw line in the last few minutes. And Parker Hovey, career high 29 points on this evening, on this day's game, with 8 rebounds as well, as Bristol Lewis will loft it. That one tipped out. Offensive rebound, Furman with a putback, but a little bit too late, perhaps. We'll keep it right here as Jeff Gard calls timeout. And for Platteville, they've got a few days to think about this, as their next game is not till December 29th, when they're taking on Hanover in Worcester, Ohio for the Worcester Kiwanis Classic. But Hope right back at it. They've got the game against North Central on Wednesday night. Here's some highlights coming up. And Brendan Cargill with a drop-down 3-ball in the first half. And a nice move down low. My thanks to the broadcast crew today and the replay crew. Steve Secor, our broadcast director today.
This Hope team will kind of have back-to-back matchups. They'll go Wednesday. North Central College will be on that call. And Casey Rutledge and I will be back here next Friday for the Wisconsin-Whitewater game. You know, both of those being also good tests for them, and if they try to really round out non-conference play before they have the Glenn Van Wieren Classic to have opportunities. And that'll be Washington University will come in for that. Washington, top 5 team in the country.
Yeah, that'll be a really good tournament. WashU, I remember when Hope beat them back in 2017 right on here after defeating Oshkosh in the first round of the national tournament, one of the marquee wins. But WashU always brings up, and then we have a game against Muskingum out of Ohio.
Yeah.
But Hope's going to win their 4th straight.
And I saw on D3Hoops.com, Muskingum had votes to be a top 25 team.
Yes.
So by that time, they might end up being a top 25 team.
It's going to be a stern test on the weekend for Hope fans. We got a few games to think about that first, as Avery Sanchez will go to the line. Hope will win their 4th straight game, and Platteville's 3-game winning streak is in the books. As Avery Sanchez at the line, 5 points, 4 rebounds. Does not tell what this young man has added to this win today as he knocked down the free throw. Just good court awareness. Henninger checks out.
It's a young team, but it is a team that I can really start to see things coming together for them. I mean, I came in, honestly, for Hope, a little bit lower expectation in terms of what they could produce offensively. Agreed. But 84 points here in this one, and seemingly a lot to be excited about moving forward.
As that shot off the mark by Lewis, and so Hope's 84 points. That's the 2nd most points that Platteville has allowed in a game this season. They lost to Gustavus Adolphus, a team out of Minnesota, and giving up 87. That was on the road. And against a team like Platteville, if you can put up 84 in a winning effort, that's a good recipe.
Yeah, you got to be really pleased with this one. I mean, a game where, as Coach Mitchell and the team shaking hands here. I mean, Parker Hovey, hats off to him with his career high 29 points in this one. Fantastic job for him. And a team that, you know, like we said tonight, like very surprised with the way that they're able to control and figure out who they are offensively, and I think that's going to play to their advantage, you know, Wednesday, Friday, and as they head into conference play.
I think what was telltale too, if you joined the broadcast late, Hope shot 62% from the field in the first half, and they tailed off in the second half just 40%. But Platteville was not able to find any purchase shooting in the second half. Matt, just 11 of 32 for 34%. To keep a Platteville team at 40% from the field for the game is tremendous.
Absolutely.
Well, as the players and coaches shake hands, congratulations to the Flying Dutchman as they move to 5-2 on the year. Platteville falls to 6-3, but Max Love, 29 points in this game. Joey Furman, one of his better games, 17 points and 14 rebounds and a double-double. And Parker Hovey and Brendan Cargill with a two-man wrecking ball with 29 and 19 respectively. So congratulations to the Flying Dutchman as they will savor this before our next broadcast on Wednesday. Casey Rutledge and I will be on the call. It'll be a 6 o'clock tip. And then I believe your call on next Friday will be a 6 o'clock start against
that's right,
as well.
Whitewater, also a WEAC team, you know, traditionally been also a very competitive team in that conference. So we look forward to those two matchups for Hope as they kind of start to round out that non-conference schedule.
Hope shoots 52% in this game, 84 points, their second best effort of the year in that category as they win 84-74. I want to thanks to Steve Secor, our broadcast director and our crew today. For Matt Weiner, I'm Mike Coleman. Glad you enjoyed the broadcast if you're a Hope fan, and a good effort by the Pioneers as they lose on the road here on this Saturday afternoon. Thanks for checking into the Anchor Network. We'll see you Wednesday night.